Hello, thank you so much for that warm welcome and thank you for being here. My name is Emily Butler and today we're going to talk about the art of experiential retail, memorable moments that drive sales. Today is June, but before we know it, it's going to be the holidays. It's wild how fast this year is flying by in some ways. So today we're going to talk a lot about that upcoming holiday season. We'll talk everything from soup to nut crackers. Again, my name is Emily Butler. I'm the Chief Creative Officer at Karson Butler Events. We are a boutique event planning firm that I have along with my twin sister, Amber Karson. We've had our luxury boutique event planning firm for nearly 20 years. We specialize in all types of events, primarily in the food, wine, travel, tourism, and hospitality spaces. So think big wine festivals, incentive travel trips, and celebrations large and small. We also have our retail division that we started 8.5 years ago, the All Lewis store, and we'll talk a lot about that today. I'm so honored to be here. Like I said, I am an event planner first and foremost, not a public speaker, but I am thrilled to be here today and to share my expertise at holidays. It's really a fun niche that I've leaned into over the last 8.5 years that we've had our store, and I'm honored to speak with you today. Our work has been featured on a variety of outlets, and I'm super proud of this. We have been in a variety of media outlets, both in press and print and on TV. But truly, it's what our customers and our community says and what they do, and they show up time and time again that makes our hearts the most proud. We have planned in events all over the United States in virtually every major market and also abroad in places like Iceland and Portugal. But today I'm here to share with you a little bit more about our All Lewis store, as well as our event planning experience and how we merge some of these fundamental event planning practices into our retail shop. So the All Lewis store is in San Luis Obispo, California. Has anyone been to San Luis Obispo, or as we call SLO? Awesome. And if you're with us online in San Luis Obispo, it's about halfway between San Francisco and Los Angeles. It's a beautiful little bubble. We have gorgeous hiking, delicious wine, the beach, and a vibrant downtown full of independent retailers and shop owners like ourselves. In fact, I know some of my San Luis Obispo fellow retailers are online today, so I'm gonna say hi in the chat if you are here. As you can see, our store is a historic general store. It's 151 years old. Amber and I have had the honor of being stewards of that building for the last 8.5 years. It is on the corner of Choro and Palm Streets, near the Mission, if you're familiar with San Luis Obispo. It is one of 3 buildings that remains of our historic Chinatown district. It is the namesake of the building. It was a gathering spot for the community, and we are so honored to bring some love and life back to that corner. We are known for our over-the-top building displays, building our community, and creating buzz. Here, you'll see our Lunar New Year celebration. We were so proud to bring that tradition back 2 years ago to celebrate our 150th anniversary. We had an entire block party. We had the lion dance team from Cal Poly, the Chinese Student Association, the California Chinese Association, and a beautiful celebration that we do every year to honor All Lewis store and the cornerstone of the store that was gracing the corner for 151 years. We are most known for our holiday displays, and we celebrate all holidays, Christmas being one of our biggest, and that's what we're going to dive in today. I'm going to share some best practices and use our holiday transformation as a case study. Oops. Perfect. So again, our holiday displays, they've evolved every year as well. We keep setting the bar higher and higher. You'll see that we've had holiday movies projected on the side of the building. We've had giant Christmas trees and wreaths. And last year we had giant life-size nutcrackers that adorned our balcony. It really is truly magical, and if you ever have the opportunity, it does really feel like a little bit of a Hallmark movie that we've created in our town. So today, again, I have a few session objectives. We're going to transfer large-scale event planning skills to the retail shop environment. I'm going to show how we can build community through thoughtful, purpose-driven experiences and strengthen customer relationships and increase your sales. And I hope that a lot of this applies to you today, or maybe just one or two little nuggets. What it is an easy framework for you to remember if you're doing any in-store events or treating your holiday as a whole as an event. So you'll see me use the word customers and guests interchangeably today. So let's get started. We're going to share the 6 A's. The 6 A's are a framework used in the event planning industry. Today I'm going to share how we use these guiding principles in the retail space. And these 6 A's can be applied from large-scale gatherings to intimate gatherings and in-store experiences. So the first A is anticipation. You often hear in events, gosh, that event was wonderful, if people are talking about your event or your store after they've left. But really, there's some secret magic in that first A, which is anticipation. How do you get people excited? And this starts well before the holiday season. For us, we really take our customers along the journey in the entire year. So we are talking about holiday season, yes, even in January. One of the main ways that we do this is taking them along the journey in that buying experience. We often go to the winter market, and I am sharing real time my experience as a buyer. I am taking my customers along my journey, starting with my outfits of the day, why I'm wearing certain things, to the gift shows, what I am seeing, and I'm doing real time polls, and I'm having my customers help me decide what items that we should bring into the store. An example of this is those big red bows. I thought they would be amazing and perfect. We're known for our big over-the-top displays, but when I did a poll, as great as they were, the people said they loved it, but they weren't going to buy it. So I went ahead and passed on those red bows. Faire summer market is coming up. I love showing a product and having a poll real time, getting people excited and building that buzz of the products and the seasonality is super, super important. I really also think it's so important in this time is to build that connection. And what these little tidbits do is they have a talking point. So when a customer comes into the store, they say, gosh, I saw those big red bows. Wow, they might not even be interested in holidays at all, but it gives them a connection point. And as humans and in this world of digital and scrolling, the face-to-face interactions that we have with our customers are priceless. When building out themes and designs, I'm able to use Faire as a search engine to help find products to round out my purchasing. If you're following along on my Instagram story, you'll see that I kind of share, and I don't make it too fussy. I don't over-curate my Instagram stories, but I was at my hotel. I love this little paper napkin. And what did I do? I went straight to Faire. I used it as a search engine, and I found the perfect linen-like dinner napkin. I see it in a lot of cocktail napkins, but I was struggling to find a dinner-sized napkin. So I love Faire's ability to use it as a real-time search engine. And most likely, we'll have a poll. We'll see if our customers want it. Our anticipation also happens during our actual build out. And our store is a little different. Our strategy is a little different. We close for 2 full weeks in the month of October. And this is a strategy, and it might work for some and not for all, but we have found that it takes that long for us to truly transform our store. So we pack everything up and we truly turn it into a holiday Christmas shop during the months of November and December. Our November and December sales make up over 50% of our entire year. So it is a strategy, and it is one that we keep leaning into. Every year we've had about a 30% increase, and this year we'll see. But I'm really, really excited to share this with our customers, and this is part of our journey. So building that buzz starts well before the actual launch of our holiday experience. This slide right here shows some of our prep during that week. So we are taking them along for the journey. We usually have wrapping paper that we put up in the windows. This past year, we put green velvet curtains up. We had a big sign that said All Lewis Holiday Launch. It had a QR code. You could scan that code for a private shopping experience. Usually 1 to 2 days before we unveil it to the public, we allow people to sign up. It's $20, but you get $20 at the register, so it's essentially free. But it allows your best customers to have that first dibs on all of those ornaments. We have over 600 styles of ornaments that we brought in, along with gift baskets, wine, all of the holiday accoutrements. We work with a professional rigging team, so it is an investment in our business, but it is an investment that has paid off. And we love sharing this big reveal with the community. You'll see the little plaid design that was part of the decor that they'll see throughout the season. We launched that during the window display and continued on. Okay.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
So that's just a fun little TikTok, a reminder to have fun, show your personality. Your customers and your guests will love it. Perfect. So anticipation, building that buzz. It is so, so important, and it's something that I cannot stress. It's one of my most important A's that we'll talk about today. The second A is arrival. Arrival in this framework is also inclusive of departures. So really thinking through your guest lens of how they arrive to your store. What do they see? I know for us in San Luis Obispo, we are next to a parking garage. There's been some challenges and parking increases. I'm aware of that as a shop owner, that arrival for some of my guests has been less than ideal. And that's what they usually want to talk to me first. So again, just kind of keep in your mind of what is their arrival? What are they seeing when they come up to your storefront? Are your window sills clean? Are there fresh flowers? Amber is our director of first impressions. So while I do all the buying and do the inside of the shop, my sister is the director of first impressions, and she's in charge of the outside of the shop, and that works well in our business. I'm going to show a video of our door greeters. So like I said, we close our store, we reopen as a holiday shop for the months of November and December. We've always had door greeters. This helps limit the number of guests in our shop at any time. With such a small footprint and lots of glass ornaments, we've rolled out the red carpet. We really make it such a fun experience. This year, our door greeters, we took it up a notch, and we had the Palm Street poinsettias. They're singing door greeters, and they've been such a fun part of our journey. This is what guests, when they arrive to the store, they get to see. Right within your eyes. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So we loved our Palm Street poinsettias. They really set the tone. They were there Friday and Saturday night, and that was a labor cost. Many of them, this was their first job. I'm a true believer in paying, supporting the arts and showing artists even at a young age that they should be paid for their time and their talent. We worked with the local school. A lot of them had to have work permits, and we put them on our payroll, and this was a job. They had to come Friday and Saturdays, and this was such a beautiful example of setting the arrival for the store. What happened is, even if you weren't coming into the store that day, I had so many customers say, gosh, on the way to dinner last week, I sat and I listened to a few songs, and then when they come back again, it's creating those connection points for them to talk about. The next A is atmosphere. So this is your physical environment. So when you're thinking of those A's, what are your guests physically seeing? Of course, it's the outside of your building, but it's also your inside of your building. We have the storefront, like I said, those giant nutcrackers. We roll out the red carpet. We try to limit about 6 to 10 people at a time into our store. That feels the best. And oftentimes there's no line at all, but during evening times or those crunch shopping windows, we have a line, and we are creating that fun atmosphere for them. We worked with our local civic ballet to have the cast of the Nutcracker during opening weekend to dance and to be greeters in front of our door. We have our fun Nutcrackers that adorn our outside of our door. I'm going to play a video next. It's one of our videos that we had to create a little bit of buzz on social media. This was a video that we had some Instagram ads on. It shows you just kind of a beautiful overview of our store, both inside and out, setting that tone for the atmosphere. Hi there, I'm Emily.
And I'm Amber.
And we're the twin sister duo behind the All Lewis store.
We're thrilled to invite you to experience Christmas like never before.
Each year, we completely transform our historic general store into a magic winter wonderland, and this holiday season is no exception.
From the moment you step through our doors, you'll be surrounded by the sights and sounds of the holidays.
Our shelves are brimming with an extensive selection of unique ornaments and the perfect gifts to make your Christmas truly special.
Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our curated collections, ensuring a stress-free and enjoyable shopping experience.
We also offer personal shopping appointments to help you find exactly what you're looking for.
Whether you're searching for a one-of-a-kind gift or wanting to immerse yourself in the holiday spirit, the All Lewis store is your destination this season.
Come visit us if you're looking for that perfect gift this holiday. Experience the joy, the magic, and the wonder of Christmas at the best gifting store on the Central Coast.
We look forward to celebrating the holidays with you.
So that gives you a little peek into our atmosphere. Oh. Sorry about that. This is a peek into our historic shelves. So I mentioned 151-year-old general store. We don't have a lot of space, so we've learned how to get creative and also grow with the demand over the years. So we really fill the shop up. We've been strategic about our ornament displays and also how we theme. So you can see a picture here of our sweet treats table. I also want to note that our store can be very overstimulating for some customers. So having private shopping appointments is really crucial, not only for that first wave of your best customers, but allowing customers with lots of different neurotypes to shop in a way that feels best for them is super important and something that we're super proud of. Appetite, my favorite A. When you're thinking of the 6 A's, thinking of winning them over through their stomachs, it's always a great little tip. We do a lot of wine and gift baskets. And so our pantry items are always front and center on display. We want to make sure that we are showcasing those on our social media. Again, anything with food always resonates with your customers. Great. And this is an example again of our spindles. While those are not historic, they still fit the theme of our historic general store. So trying to find merchandising pieces that also fit into our displays is something that we're super important. And our pantry items are right next to our food display of our ornaments. So again, winning them over through appetite. I want to also mention that every store and area is going to have different rules on sampling. So we always encourage your shops to showcase pantry items together. We aren't able to serve wine for the type of wine license I have. We are not a wine shop. It's only an off-sale premise that we have. So we can't open the wine as much as I wish we could. The next A is activity. So this is what your customers will actually do. So of course, if we're in the retail environment, they're shopping. That's the given. But really thinking beyond just the shopping itself as the activity, what are the significant others doing while the main customer is shopping? So it's spectator and participatory. We have a variety of different things beyond just the shopping of our holiday during the months of November and December. So we have a Letters to Santa box that we have out throughout the year so people can stop by, kids and Kids at Heart, and drop off their letter to Santa. We work with local schools. We've even had Miss Claire's her class comes on a field trip and they have to get a permission slip, and it's the cutest thing. We've done it rain and shine, where they get to come by and drop off their Santas, and they think it's so cool that I know Santa. And Santa writes a letter back to each one of Miss Claire's students. It's just the most magical thing. We have a spinny wheel. We pull that out for our private shopping experiences at the beginning of the season and then also on Small Business Saturday. This Wheel of Fun is a great way to give out some free gifts, mystery bags, And then this year we also did, or actually last year, we also had a phone. So you could pick up the phone and Mrs. Claus left you a message letting you know how busy Santa was, but if you wanted to leave him your wish list over the phone instead of the letter, that was a really fun thing for kids to do while their parents shopped. Okay, next is amenities. Amenities is what gives your event legs. So think of the things that customers will remember you long after they leave your shop. So in a wedding, for example, you'll think of a favor. A favor is considered an amenity in the 6 A's. For us, this is our tissue paper. So we do a little craft brown bag with our sticker, but during the holiday time, we do a candy cane striped tissue paper. We think this is just a fun way to dress up your shopping bag, as well as when you are walking around downtown. It's really fun to see all that candy cane striped tissue paper. It's an easy way to add a little extra to your shopping experience. An amenity is also something that's a tangible. So we do a Christmas cash coupon. It's a $5 off of your purchase. You can take that back to use it at any time. And I will say I've tried this a few different ways. We've done the $5 off your purchase, $25 or more. And I don't remember the podcast that I was listening to, but there was a podcaster that said, gosh, there's a proven strategy that if you don't put a limit on your amount, that you'll find that people are spending more than $25 or more anyway, and I found that to be true. So don't limit yourself as far as a little giveaway. It's been a really fun way to. We also lead these at your local hotels, your Chamber of Commerce's, work with your local community. This is a great way to get people and new people into your storefront. Fantastic. So going through those 6 A's one more time. Anticipation, getting your customers excited. We start this journey long before Christmas starts. So whether you're shopping at the gift shows or you're shopping online, taking your customers along with you for the ride and having fun with it. It doesn't have to be stuffy. It can be playful. I love this A the most, and I think it's been the biggest ROI in our business is really sitting down and thinking, okay, are we hitting these 6 A's? The second is arrival. So just being aware as shop owners, what are your guests? Where are they parking? How are they getting back to their car? What are they doing after they leave your shop? Are they going to other people's shops? Are they dining? How can you collaborate with other businesses in your local area? Thinking about that arrival and that departure experience for your customers. The third is atmosphere. So again, what does your shop look like? What does your event look like? What are the physicalities? What are the decorations? But also, what's the cleanliness? Have you washed the windows lately? Have we swept those little cobwebs around the back corner? What does your trash bins look like? If someone's walking from down the street and they see your side of your store, making sure that's nice and tidy as well. That all falls under atmosphere. Appetite. If you can, samples are always a great way to showcase some products that you might sell, but also just thinking through the lens of your stomach. So showcasing photos of pantry items, putting them in a visible area. It's a great little grab and go as well next to the register, especially during Christmas time for stocking stuffers. We've had a lot of success in our kind of candy, chocolates, and snacks. I saw that Bon Swedish fish. Those have been amazing for the store. I can't keep them in stock fast enough. And I loved that creative packaging. And I love the new feature of you can type in creative candy with beautiful packaging. I'm really excited to see those features that Faire is going to be rolling out even more. Activity. So activity is, of course, the art of shopping itself and hopefully buying all those fun things that we sell in our stores or online in our stores, but also thinking beyond just the merchandise that you sell or doing any type of a selling in general. The activity can be leaving a note for Santa. It could be singing in front of the store, collaborating with other community members, community organizations to really build that excitement and that magic this holiday season. Amenities is the last one. Amenities is, again, what they are physically, the tangible, the takeaway long after the shopping experience is over. How will they remember your store? whether that's a coupon, the packaging, your receipt. A message on the receipt would fall under an amenities, so maybe it's a little special message that you change up seasonality to keep it fresh. And if I had to do a 7th A, it would be appreciation. How are you showing gratitude for your customers? Showing up online and in person matters. Sending a handwritten note, remembering the special times or maybe a trip that one of your customers had mentioned. I love the connections that I've made with some of our community members, and I love seeing their kids and their grandkids grow up. Having such a holiday-focused store allows me to see families come in every year. They get dressed up, they make it a moment, they get to come in once a year and pick out a very special ornament. Most of our ornaments are in that $20 price range, but it's a really fun way to see your community and have them come back time and time again. I think all of these little things bring that human connection that we're all craving so much for these days into that shopping experience. So I hope this was helpful for you. Again, those 6 A's are the framework that we use on the event planning side of our business as well as our retail side of our business. It's been such a joy and an honor to kind of fall into this lovely journey of being a retail shop owner. Again, I'm so proud of the magic that we've created at the All Louis store in San Luis Obispo, California. I hope that, especially for you here in San Francisco, if you're ever driving down the 101, that you pull off. We do have some parking next to our building. I would love to get the opportunity to talk with you later today. And with that, I just want to say thank you so much.